Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today what I have for you is episode 5 of my FIFA 23 Bradford City career mode. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 400 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. If you haven't checked out the first 4 episodes of this series, that's what I'm trying to say, make sure you got to go do so as well. There's a playlist on the channel. Today what I have for you is Northampton away. We also have Colchester at home. Then we've got a little bit of a break before we travel away to Tranmere. 3 matches. Hopefully we can make it 3 wins because we've not had the most ideal start to the season. We are smack bang, well, we're not actually anymore because some teams have played games, but we were 12th. We've now got down to 14th. We played 6, won 2, drawn 2 and lost 2. It's not been the worst start to the season at all, but we are going to be starting out with a away trip to Northampton Town. And Verden Oliver wants to play this match against obviously one of his former sides, a side where he didn't do all too well at, to be honest with you, but he says he hopes he won't just be on the bench for this game. I'll certainly think about it. Andy Cook, I think he did score in the last game, so he might feel harsh to be dropped, but let's get into my team selection. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for the first game of today's episode. Away to Northampton Town, we line up with Harry Lewis in goal. A back four of Brad Halliday, Matty Platt, Timmy Odesina and De James. Osadibe and Gilead in the midfield. Harry Chapman in the number 10. Dion out on the right. Oliver up front. I am handing his start, which he did request. And Arthur Dunn out on that left-hand side. I don't want Gilead to be captain. I will give Matty Platt the armband for this game. It's going to be a tough one. Northampton are a very good side. They are playing a back four though. Usually they play a back 3 or a back 5, so maybe that could be something that we do look to exploit. Let's get into it. Here we have it then. It will be Verden Oliver to get us underway against one of his former clubs. Hopefully he can score in the fixture and hopefully we can pick up another 3 points. Sam Hoskins picks the ball up here, gets the ball into the box, it's dangerous, and Pinnock heads home at the back post. Harry Lewis was kind of caught in no man's land. Platt didn't deal with it, Halliday didn't deal with it, and 14 minutes on the clock. It's Northampton Town 1, Bradford City 0. Certainly not the start we were looking for in this game at all. Sam Hoskins on that ball once again. He finds number 10, he goes into number 4, slots it through. It's great play from the Cobblers, great save though from Harry Lewis to keep it at 1-0. Corner ball here, which Pinnock will put into the box. It's all the way to the back post, 17 lifts it back in there, but eventually we will clear, hopefully. Thank you. Number 8 picks the ball up. He goes out wide here into number 14. Good defending though from Brad Halliday. He managed to keep the ball in play as well. It's certainly not been a great half at all. Nothing's really sticking up front. I might go to a 4-4-2 and maybe go with 2 strikers because, I mean, yeah, look at that. We've had all the ball, but we've not done anything with it. I think I'm going to change formation. Just the one change at half-time. Harry Chapman comes off for Andy Cook and a change of system as well. Hopefully we can see something a lot better in the second half because that was certainly not what I want to see. There we go. We'll get underway for the second half. It will be the Cobblers to get us underway for the second half. If you have a look at the player ratings, I mean, apart from Dion Pereira, maybe Matty Platt, some players are having absolute stinkers, aren't they? Dion Pereira. He's offside once again. No, I'm not having this. That's the 5th time in about 10 minutes he's been offside. Tyreek Wright's coming on. I cannot watch this man anymore. Get him off the pitch. And while we're saying that, actually, let's make the rest of our substitutions because nothing's changed in the first 10 minutes of the second half. We're going to get Levi Sutton on for Alex Gilead. We'll get Critchlow on for Odesina. We might as well get, I don't really know, we'll put Dunn in the middle maybe and get Issa on the left-hand side. We're kind of just going to have to throw players on for the sake of it because what I've seen so far is absolutely terrible. 7 with the ball in, and that's 2-0. Pinnock has a tap in. He's 4 yards out, and he's completely unmarked. And now we're on the clock. It has been we're just so inconsistent, and that is a real problem for us at the moment. If you want to get promoted, you have to be consistent. We win one, then we draw one, then we lose one. You're not going to get promoted by being as inconsistent as what we are at the moment. I mean, we're coming forward here with the ball, but we just don't really have much end product. That's the 7th time we've been offside. Why are we offside so much in this game? Andy Cook picks the ball up, looks for Aboisa, who just gives the ball away. Oh, it's just been one of them days. It's just not going well for us whatsoever. Nothing sticking up front. We can't even work a half chance. Northampton have defended very well, to be fair to them, but we've just been so poor. Hilton coming forward with the ball once again. Finds Pinnock. It's not Hilton, is it? No, it's a Perry. My mistake. But not left to go now in today's game. It has been really poor. Certainly not an ideal start to today's episode. There's 5 minutes added on, which you very rarely see. But that's probably because of all the time wasting that Northampton do. Even on the video game, they do a lot of time wasting. It's just been a really poor performance. Maybe I picked the wrong team, but with fitness and all that sort of stuff, I did want to freshen things up. Probably should have gone with the exact same team that played the last game, and that is full time. It's all well and good having the ball, but if you don't do anything with it, it's pointless. Let's bounce back now in the next game. We have got a chat again here from Verden Oliver, very similar to Harry Chapman, where he demanded to play. Well, Chapman was more demanding to play over Walker. Oliver just said he would like to play, so I'm not going to be too harsh on Verden Oliver. I'm going to tell him to work harder though, because the minimum I expect is 100%. I'm not too sure if really any player gave 100% in that last game. We've got to bounce back though against Colchester. Our second team drew with pretty much their first team 0-0 in the Papa John's Trophy, so if our first team's fit, you would like to think that we're able to beat them, but we are going to need to make some changes again because we have got some tired players. Right, now, before I show you this team, I've just hidden the El Gato for the moment. Don't think that I've lost my mind. There is method to my madness. We line up in a 3-1-4-2 formation. We've got Harry Lewis in goal, a back three of Timmy Odesina, Jan Songo and Romany Critchlow. Smallwood as the DM. Pereira out on the right. Osadibe and Gilead in the middle. Dunn out on the left, and we've got Angle and Andy Cook up front. We have had to rotate some things because we're kind of a bit light in the fullback department at the moment. We probably do need to go and get that left wing back in, but couple changes, couple opportunities for players as well. They line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, but we need a win here. Anything less than a win and I'll be disappointed. Here we go then. It will be Andy Cook to get us underway for the second game of today's episode. We need to bounce back after a poor start to it with that defeat away at Northampton Town. I would like another performance similar to the one that we saw against Crewe. It's been a very explosive start from us here, but unfortunately we can't work a chance. We've got a free kick here, which is inside the penalty area. How does that work? We've got a free kick inside the penalty area, and it's in the back of the net. I mean, have we just cheated? Why have we taken a free kick inside the penalty area? If it's a free kick inside the penalty area, it's usually because the goalkeeper's picked up a back pass, which would mean it's indirect. We've just scored a free kick inside the penalty area. I've never seen anything like that before in my life. But the amount of glitches and bugs that we've already seen, I'm genuinely not surprised. It's EA Sports. Who is surprised by anything anymore? Dunn coming forward with the ball again. And this time he's offside. Angle finds Gilead, who finds Andy Cook. Poor first touch from Arthur Dunn. He manages to get the ball back, but eventually he does get the shot off. Unfortunate for our sake though, he goes just wide. Angle finds Andy Cook. He finds Richie Smallwood of all people, who finds Osadibe. That's a big chance for Osadibe, and unfortunately he's put it straight at the keeper. The corner ball will eventually lead to nothing really. Songo with a poor pass. Angle does win the ball back, but eventually Colchester will clear. Pereira finds Osadibe. Can he get a ball into the box? He finds Andy Cook, who's never missing from there. 35 minutes on the clock. We've managed to double our lead. As expected, this formation is kind of working at the moment. We're genuinely swarming them. Every time they win the ball back, there's 3 or 4 players around them pretty much straight away. Our press has been fantastic. Hopefully we can see this game out now until at least half-time. Not long left to go now before half-time. Probably one last chance here for Colchester before the interval. 19 puts the ball in. Critchlow will clear. 2 minutes of added time. Angle does pick the ball, looking to get us on the counter-attack here. The referee has blown there for half-time. Look at the stats. That is what you call domination. We are absolutely cruising right now. Let's get into the second half. It'll be Colchester to get us underway. Osadibe finds Andy Cook. Plays it into Angle. I think's offside. He wasn't, but he's put that chance wide. I genuinely think Lee Angle misses every opportunity that he gets. Dunn's absolutely shattered, so we'll get Aboisa on. Andy Cook's pretty tired as well, so we'll get Kian Harrett on. We don't really have anyone who can play DM. Actually, we do. Levi Sutton can play DM, so we'll chuck him on there. We'll get Chapman on the right-hand side, and final change. We're going to get Jamie Walker on here for Lee Angle, and, I mean, play him up front. Why not? We're 2-0 up. We're pretty comfortable in the game. Let's get Jamie Walker on up front. Osadibe picks the ball up, eventually breaks for Smallwood, who finds Angle. Gilead finds Cook, back to Lee Angle, who's finally on the score sheet. With an hour gone, he makes it 3-0. I was bringing him off anyway, because I don't think he's been great, and he was fairly tired. But with an hour gone on the clock, surely all 3 points are wrapped up for us here. Gilead does really well to win the ball back. He finds Jamie Walker, who finds Harry Chapman. Great save from O'Hara. I've actually noticed Sam Hornby's not playing for Colchester. He is on the bench though, so Sam Hornby, I think he is their number 1 in real life at the moment, but he has been dropped for this game, or clearly their manager doesn't think he's good enough to be the number 1 as Chapman gives the ball away, but he's offside anyway. 10 minutes to go, still 3-0. Corner ball for us here. Osadibe will take it. It's a low ball in. It finds Odesina, who heads home for 4-0. With just over 5 minutes left on the clock. Surely we have wrapped up the 3 points here. Maybe we need to play this formation a lot more often. I feel like we've got the players, actually, to play this formation a little bit more than to play the 4-3-3 that we're currently playing. It gives us options, though. Gives us versatility. And hopefully it can continue to get us the results that we want. I think we're going to play it for the last game as well. I think we're away to Tranmere in the last game of today's episode. But it's a very, very good win, this. I think we are probably going to win the game. The question is, will it be 4? Will it be 5? There's 3 minutes added on here. Poor distribution from the keeper. The referee eventually calls it in. Dominating the possession, dominating the shots, dominating the chances. Colchester didn't really have a sniff in that game. Full time, Bradford City 4, Colchester United 0. A great way to bounce back after a disappointing start to today's episode. These are 2 emails I am very, very excited to see. Not necessarily the Alex Gilead email. I don't really know what they want to say, but we have our 2 scout reports here. I can't remember which one was our really good scout and which one was the really poor scout. I'm going to click on Phillips' scout report first and see what he has come up with. I'm hoping this guy is the stinker because these options are not particularly great. The best player here is probably Goncalvo Teixeira, but with a overall currently at not even 60, I don't think I'm really going to consider signing him. We'll leave all them to keep getting scouted for a month. Hopefully Norton then is the good scout, but I'm anticipating him not to be. I mean, please have 94 potential. He doesn't. Not great. I mean, it is our first scout report. It's Norton who's not very good at being a scout, and I feel like both of them there have kind of disappointed on their delivering. But first scout report, it's a bit of a stinker. We have got an email here which says we have got a sale agreement for Liangle. Now, with us obviously changing to 2 strikers up front, it will be Andy Cook and Verdenova as our 2 main strikers. It does mean Liangle now does occupy a space on the bench, so that's how quickly things can change in football. I still would like to see him move on. We can probably get somebody else better in, but for 460,000, I feel like you've got to accept that. He's 28 and 3rd choice striker. We can probably get someone better in there as well, so for me personally, we're going to look to move Liangle on. So as we expected, this left wing back, his scout report has come back. He is very good, to be fair. He's 68 rated. He's also 6'4". We are going to look to try and get him on board as well. He's valued at £2 million, so even if we don't use him, we can sell him in the summer or even in January maybe. And with him being a free agent, he'll be able to join us straight away. So we are going to enter negotiations with him. We are going to skip this. We don't really need to see the necessary cutscenes. Happy to give him a crucial squad role, to be honest with you. I mean, he's 23, so I think a 5-year contract. If he's happy for that, he is happy for that, which is great to see. No release clause in his contract. His recommended wage is 6,400. They only want 4,800, which is more than fine by me. We will get rid of this clean sheet bonus. That's what I want to get rid of. Edit bonus. In fact, no, we'll just remove the whole bonus. See what he says to that. Is he happy with that? He is happy with that. It probably makes him the highest paid player at the club, but he's the highest rated player at the club, so I certainly don't mind that whatsoever. Another free agent signing. Another player who probably can play left back. I'm hoping he can play left back in case we need to go back to that. He has been given an A rating as well, which is great to see. Excellent deal. We even get all the flares and stuff that come with it. He has been, well, we don't need to see his player overall. We know he's 68 rated. Great to see. Apparently he can play centre back, right back, left back. I mean, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful deal. Great sign. It also lowers the average age of our squad. That's our 2nd signing, I believe, through the door. Welcome to the club. I can't remember his name, to be honest with you, but he's in the building. That's all that matters. Here we have it then. The final match of today's episode is away to Tranmere Rovers. Fingers crossed we can have another very good performance. Every player who played the last game is available for this game, which is great to see. Let's see how this formation works against a 5 at the back as well. I want to try and get Ahmed onto the pitch as well at some point. It might mean we need to change formation. Maybe if we're winning, we take Don off, put Ahmed on and play him a little bit deeper, something like that. Let's see how this formation gets on up against the 5-2-1-2. It worked very well against the 4-2-3-1, but against another system, it might not work. So that's why you might need to play a 4-3-3. Let's get into it. Here we have it then. It will be Tranmere Rovers to get us underway. Kane Hemmings, who scored in this fixture in real life, obviously 2 Andy Cook goals and a Kane Hemmings goal meant that we came away from Merseyside with all 3 points. Fingers crossed we can do something very similar in today's career mode match. Tranmere coming forward here. Number 2 puts a ball into the box. This time it's well dealt with by Harry Lewis. No fumbling, no getting caught at the back post like what it was against Northampton. It's very commanding from him there. Good play from us here. Oliver can't quite get on the end of the ball. He does eventually pick the ball up. Andy Cook shoots. Easy save in the end for Murphy. Tranmere coming forward here. Number 2 finds number 20. Back to 22. Finds number 10, I think that was. Kane Hemmings with a good chance there. Comfortable save in the end for Harry Lewis. Osadibe's found himself in on goal. Oh, it's a great save from Murphy. Osadibe's had a few chances in this episode and even a couple in the last one as well. He hasn't been able to take them, and that's a big opportunity for him there, which he has squandered. The ball's scrambling around in the penalty area, but eventually I think a free kick's given. Just before half-time, very scrappy. Not a lot's really happening. Both sides have had 1 or 2 decent chances. Tranmere dominating the ball right now, but we're going to get straight into the second half. Hopefully we can pick the performance up a little bit and start finding some goals. Andy Cook on the ball finds Osadibe, but it's a poor first touch. Osadibe not having his greatest game right now. I am looking at a couple options, maybe trying to get another central midfielder in through the door. Obviously, if it's not a free agent, we will have to wait until January for that, because I feel like in terms of natural central midfielders, we are a little bit light in that department, to be honest with you. We are going to make some changes now. Oliver's not have his best game, so Angle's going to come on. Dunn's been poor, so Aloisa's going to get an opportunity. Let's get Dion Pereira off for Harry Chapman. Smallwood can come off as well for Levi Sutton. And final change, we shall bring Critchlow off for Matty Platt and put Odesina over on the left. 5 changes there. Unfortunately, Ahmed isn't going to be getting minutes in today's episode, so make sure you tune in for the next one if you want to see him play. Tranmere coming forward here. Number 20 finds number 7. It's a great chance, and it's Morris on off the bench who finds the goal. Oh, it's sloppy. It is sloppy. When you're playing a back 3, you've got to be solid defensively, and we're kind of being caught out a little bit there. A little bit all over the place. We've got 15 minutes to try and salvage something from this game. At this point, I'll be more than happy with a point, but again, it's about being consistent, and we're not really being consistent at the moment. We're having a lot of the ball around the penalty area, but we're just not doing enough with it at the moment, especially in this game. Osadibe on the ball. He finds Harry Chapman. We've got a really good opportunity here. Chapman, he cuts it back. Gilead, but it's just a poor touch. It's been kind of the story of our season so far. A lot of the ball around the penalty area, but just not a penetrative pass. Penetrative. You know what I'm trying to say. There's nothing there for the end product, and it's really frustrating. It looks like it is going to be another defeat. The shot goes wide, but it is full time. It's Tranmere Rovers 1 at Bradford City 0. We really are struggling for consistency at the moment. We win a game 4-5-0, and then we lose the next 2. I don't really know what's going on at the moment. Where does that leave us in the league table? It's probably not going to be a pretty sight, the league table at the moment. Hopefully, we don't end up getting sacked here, because we're 9 games in. We're in the bottom half of the table. 3 wins, 2 draws, 4 defeats. Definitely we had a much better start in real life. Certainly not an ideal start to the season so far. Osadibe's development's going very well, which is what I like to see. In terms of player chats, we have got a message here from Arthur Dunn. Gaffer, look, I know you have your reasons for making your decisions in games. What was all that about? Subbing me off. I'm absolutely certain we'd have got a positive result against Tranmere Rovers if I'd have been on the pitch for the whole 90 minutes. His match rating was a 5.7, and he was also a little bit tired. So I tried Issa, but I'm going to tell him, don't get too big-headed. You're a young lad. You might be the highest overall player at the club, but you can't come in and have this ego with me. It's not going to run. But anyway, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that would be absolutely class. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 400 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts on today's games as well down in the comment section down below. Where do you think it's going right? Where do you think it's going wrong for us as well? We made another signing. What are your thoughts on the signing? Thank you very much for watching today's video though. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all very soon. No, I won't actually see you all very soon. Angle's transfer talks have ended. We'll quickly sort this out, because that is interesting to say the least. You know what, actually? We'll leave this for the next episode. I'll see you all later. Peace.